when your primary objective is to be a conscious human being, to manifest consciousness, to be aligned with the unconditioned consciousness that you are, then no matter what you do, you will have a beneficial effect on the world. The world will become a better place, even through your very presence. Even if you were just a hermit, although this is probably not your calling, nor is it mine, even if you were just a hermit and you would sustain this consciousness of your essence, identity as I call it, and you would be aligned with the unconditioned consciousness in your contemplative practice, you would make a difference to the totality of human consciousness, which is one single thing, that there is such a thing as the totality of the collective human consciousness. And if you manifest from the internally aligned state of consciousness, whatever you manifest will have a beneficial effect on the world. Even if it's just a thing like, let's say you want to become a great musician, and at first sight you might say, well, how does that help people? But it does. Great music that touches people in the innermost of their being has an important effect and makes the world a better place. If you create through your conscious manifestation, a hairdressing salon because you want people to have a wonderful experience while they visit your hairdressing salon, and you give them your utmost attention while they're there, you acknowledge them in their being, and then they not only get their hair done, let's presume that you're a good hairdresser, that's a given, you have to know your craft. So I wouldn't recommend that you practice manifesting a fantastic hairdressing salon without having learned the craft of hairdressing. So that's obvious, hardly need to mention that. But once you know that you are good at what you do, then you manifest something that goes there in some way, has an effect on the consciousness of every human who comes in touch with whatever it is that you create. So they come to have their hair done, but not only that, you speak to them, you listen to them, you embody the presence, and when they leave, they not only look better, they also feel better within themselves without knowing why. So because the consciousness that you embody spreads out to others. But all kinds of giving also require wisdom, because again, good intention is not enough without wisdom. And wisdom implies that, again, we come to the same place. Wisdom implies that you are in a connection with the unconditioned consciousness that is the essence of who you are, that lies beyond your thought processes. That's presence. So you need to become present. If you're not present, you have no access to wisdom. If you don't have access to wisdom in your life, and wisdom is not IQ, is not analytical intelligence, nor is it accumulated knowledge. Wisdom is something that this world knows very little of, our civilization, but it's in some ancient civilizations was highly regarded. Wisdom is an intuitive knowing that is much deeper than the intellect, which moves within the realm of the polarities. So you have a good intention. A good intention does not guarantee a good outcome. A good intention can actually have unforeseen consequences that are the opposite of good. So yes, it's good to have good intentions, Of course, you're familiar with the famous saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So have good intentions, but have wisdom, so that your intention does not produce ultimately the opposite of what was intended. Again, in any course of action that you undertake, it is very important. Perhaps the most important ingredient is to have access to the dimension within yourself where wisdom arises. And that is an essential part of any successful, let's put it like that, manifestation practice, is that you have that wisdom, so that you not inadvertently create bad when you wanted to create good, which is not uncommon. So your consciousness then, to be in conscious alignment with the essence of who you are, here and now, so that you don't operate from ego and are not just operating through the intellect, or don't get drawn into one of the polarities of yin or yang. That requires wisdom and awareness. Awareness is inseparable from wisdom. They kind of go together. They're virtually a single thing. They're all very subtle, and it's not complicated. It might sound a little complex when I talk about it. It's not ultimately complex. You just have to go deep enough within yourself to realize this and to live it.